It can get enrolled.
Yeah, there's no like
So they get it today because of what you did yesterday? Is that how it works? So because of yesterday, they got it today, and then they're slacking off today. So you can roll the flag up and be like, you know, or depending on how that's.
What signifies, hey, you're the honor flag?
There's a little red flag on your guys.
Like that's one of the things we do. Like when they're, regardless, they got red, white, blue, right? They got banners that are red, white, or blue. Guess what? If they're really messing things up, we roll it up, put a rubber band around it. It's like, yes, you guys were there, but this is what's going on.
And now everybody else knows.
Exactly. If it continues,
you guys are messing
take it off. Say, listen, we'll get this back up here when you guys square yourselves away.
I would challenge you with one more thing too, and that would be to show them how to celebrate the fact that they did earn it. In other words, you know, if you lead them through the idea that, hey, right on, look, we did it yesterday, we can do it again today, and you go out there and you show them, hey, look, yeah, check it out, my bed's, you know, tip-top right away, yours should be too, right? If you motivate them through your own excitement, it continues sometimes to lead them on where they can do it 2 times in a row, maybe 3 times in a row, maybe 4 times. Challenge them to be the one crew that, you know, has it 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row. You know, give them something to work towards, because that small goal that you gave them to work towards and being the honor flag that day, right? Now what? They did that. See what I'm saying? Give them the next step. Give them something else to prove themselves better, to challenge them to do, you know, what they did the day before again, and over and over and over. Sometimes that works as well.
One problem we have a lot at academies, certain candidates are sent here forcibly by their parents, so they don't have a lot of motivation to do well. How would you recommend that?
You know, we have those too. We really do. And we get them for 9 weeks, not just 2. Oftentimes it's not being sent by their parents, but it's being sent by the judge. It's a difficult thing, and there again, you know, the challenge in each one is to find out individually what's going to help them to be motivated. And it's difficult. Many of them have the wrong attitude, and all you're going to do is do everything you can to find a means of fixing their attitude, right? You say that, you know, they've got the attitudinal problem, right? You got to figure out what can you do to help better their attitude, you know? It's tough, but one of the best things that you can do is accept them and be a part of the group regardless. It's difficult sometimes, because if somebody doesn't want to be there, doesn't want to, you know, participate, look, I get it. They've already stated though, you know, one of the things you might do is try putting them in that leadership position, you know, because when they're there, then all of a sudden they don't have much choice but to take on some responsibility. And this time it's not only for themselves, but for everybody else. Everybody else wants to, you know, have the same opportunity. So you've got to make sure that not only are you presenting the right attitude to them, right, so that they can gain from that as well, but you need to make sure that all their classmates are doing the same thing, you know, because not everybody's built the same way. Not everybody comes from the same, you know, great household. Many people, you know, show up with the idea that, hey, this is great because it's something I've been working towards, and then there are others who their parents think it's great for them. And it may not be. Might not just be, you know, might just not be for them. But while they're here and while they're with you, you try to make the best of it so that they can have as much of a good time as they possibly can while they're here. You know? And if you give them that opportunity, put them in that leadership position, just like they've stated before, sometimes that will definitely be what it takes.
If I could piggyback on that real quick. Sorry to interrupt. 2 other ideas on top of that is to buddy them or pair them with someone with the opposite attitude. So that again, there's a mentor as a buddy that can maybe show them what it's like to be on the opposite side of that attitude. The other thing is that we're all one team, one wing, and there are other resources that you can use as flight sergeants and flight commanders. For example, as a chaplain, if you have an attitude problem, and it's taking a lot of your time, then I can help try to figure out what that motivation is for you. And then give you some ideas and concepts about how to push that button when you're out in the field with you.
All right, girls, we've got 2 more questions
I
here, and
started
we've
saying
got a
she's
valuable
had her hand.
staff here, and I'm getting screamed on radio. We need them back.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
If you put a candidate or a person in a leadership position, yet they still don't have the motivation to have the responsibility in that leadership position, what should you do at that point? Should you keep them there and try to mentor them into having that motivation, or should you take them out?
I think absolutely for a time that you should keep them there. Because not only does that challenge them and give them the opportunity to face those challenges, to overcome them, and to find out what the answer is, gives them the chance to problem solve. Guess what? It also gives you the opportunity to do. Because you can't quit on them. You know, the moment that you say, hey, guess what? You know, I'm pulling you, you're not doing this. What have you done for yourself? You know, you're taking the easy way out. You're going to throw somebody else in there in whom you have confidence to do the job, right? If it takes a while, it takes a while. You don't want to delay it to a point where it begins to bring everybody else down, you know, beyond recovery, so to speak. But again, it's a challenge for you, right? Don't expect it to happen just like that, you know. Do what you can then to be the mentor that they need to better themselves.
And even if you think like, okay, I'm gonna give, because you're here 2 weeks, then I'm gonna give them 3 days, or I'm gonna give them 4 days, max. But you can tell them, hey, regardless of your attitude or how much you don't want to do this, like, this is your position, and it is going to be your position because I have confidence that you can do it. You kind of got to build them up that way. Be like, you're not getting out of it, because they might just try to get out of it. Like, well, if I don't do anything for a day, I'm sure they may not make me do it. No, be like, hey, this is, I believe you can do this. This takes this, and this, and I think you have all those characteristics, and I think I need somebody that's, you know, strong and, you know, whatever you need them to be in that position for. Like, and I need somebody that can do that, and I feel like you can do that for me. Switching them out, and just kind of you just switch it for the person that being like, I want to do this, and then once in leadership, regardless of military or not, once you step forward and do a few things and get a few things accomplished, it gives them a little bit more pride, and then they might change their attitude. Usually, it gets better and better.
One other comment on the whole leadership aspect is use each other. Okay? Use your experiences that you've had. So, is the chaplain?
Yes,
Is the
chaplain.
Okay. So your chaplain just said, hey, if they got an attitude problem, come to me. You've got other leaders that are here to help guide you guys along, make sure that nothing happens wrong. Use them. Say, hey, sir, this is what's going on with this individual. I'm out of ideas. I just am not connecting. See if they've noticed something, because for the most part, they're on the sidelines just observing. They might see something that you are not, because you are all so busy.
A real quick question to you guys. Have you had successful experiences yourselves? Yes? Okay, so look at your greatest resource right here in the room already is the fact that you have each other that you can ask these questions to, that you can pose these problems, these issues. Hey, have you ever had anybody that did such and such? Oh yeah. Well, what'd you do to fix it? You know? Because you can share amongst your own selves.
What was the one that I touched on?
Right, Russell.
What would you do if in my situation I keep teaching different ways to the same group of cadets?
Sounds like you've been doing a lot of yelling.
Yes.
Honey.
Keep going, sorry.
You keep teaching them in different ways, but never catch them through to them.
Doesn't quite sink in, you're saying?
Like I said, honestly, my approach is like, listen, and what am I doing wrong? What are you guys seeing that maybe I could change? Or what are you seeing that maybe we can get him to change? Because it's like any relationship. You're never going to get that person to change. You got to get them to want to make the change, right? And once they want it, once you're, what are they? Candidates. Once the candidates want it, they're going to do it. You got to build that fire underneath them and let it grow.
And if it's taking too much of your time, pair them with somebody else that's really good at whatever you're trying to get them to do. Be like, you two don't leave each other's side all day. And you train him, you help him, because then you're putting somebody else in charge that's good at something, giving them a little bit more leadership, putting them in charge of somebody else, and it frees up more of your time. So maybe they'll learn better from somebody at their level versus a leader.
All right, staff, I apologize, we're out of time.
No problem.
Have you got a really quick question, one of you?
Well, just to piggyback on your advice.
Comment?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I've always got people going down to the one method or wrong approach because I feel like I'm jeopardizing the relationship with candidates.
No, not to them. You come to these guys.
No,
You're like,
amongst
this
yourselves.
is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, this is not working.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah,
You-
I'm gonna leave
That's what I'm
it.
saying, when you're talking amongst
Yeah.
yourselves,
So,
because those
glad
of
you
you that lead
clarified that.
that,
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
absolute last comment or question?
My big question is, I injured myself, so I can't perform as well as I want to. PT, and I know I can't perform because I've been practicing for the past 2 months. But how do I motivate and learn PT to do that, even though I myself can't?
Be the verbal, the one that's being verbally supportive and.
Be the encouragement.
Good job.
You have an injury, it's one of those things where you don't hide it. Like, hey, no, this is really messed up, but I'm still out here doing as best as I can, so I expect the best out of you in your physical state right now also.
Thank you very much, girls. Very much. Thank you so much.
Put the needs of the candidates